Just waiting for the American market to open. Just showing you a trade that we've been looking at for the last week, which is Abercrombie&Fitch, which you can see at the top there. They've announced their Q2 earnings, and what we're doing here is we've placed our cliff jumper strategy. So what we're doing now is just waiting for the markets to open up. What you can see at the moment is the share price with Abercrombie&Fitch. It's been moving up over the last month. You can see from the beginning of August here, it's slowly been rising, and this is yesterday where it closed at 44.19, and you can see on the left here that we put in an order to sell at 44.36. So what you're going to see live on this chart is what the price is going to do. So I want to show you live what happens when you are placing an order to sell a stock, and see whether this will do what we expect it to do, which is a cliff jump. So the time now is 2:32, 28th of August, and we're just waiting for the market to open up, and we'll see what happens to Abercrombie&Fitch. Now, I have been listening to the conference call earlier, and what I can tell you is that the figures haven't been good, so this should be reflected in what the share price does now. So we've got a number of different positions on Abercrombie&Fitch at the moment. You can see in here it's £20 per point movement, and we have other positions not shown on this chart as well. So if this does fall, which we expect it to, then this is very good news all around. So I think potentially this could drop by maybe $3 or $4, 300 or 400 points. But let's wait and see. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're waiting for it to come through. It'll take a little while, and we'll see whether it's dropped nicely for us. Still waiting. This also is demonstrating that it doesn't matter whether something is actually starting to show some strength, and what we do know is that there are a few there's some consensus in the market that broker buys are very favourable to Abercrombie&Fitch. Really, in fact, bigging them up, expecting the earnings per share to be better, like for like, this time last year. I can hear somebody in the background saying "oof" because I think something's happening, but we're just waiting for this to come through. So the time now is 2:35. This is live. So trying not to get too excited. Let's see. Right, and there we have it. This is the open of the market, and what we can see is Abercrombie&Fitch has gapped. There's just a bit of momentum at the moment happening here. There's a little bit of buying coming in, but we sold, as you can see here, at 44.36, and it has gapped. So the open here of today is 41.45. 41.45. So doing exceedingly well so far. I want to say I expected it to fall a little bit further than that, but this is still early days at the moment. So we put in an order yesterday to sell at 44.36, and as you can see, the market's opened up today. You see that big gap there as a result of the quarter 2 earnings, and it opened at 41.45, but you can see at the moment it's just trying to fight back a little bit. But this is live, so you can really, the time now is 2:37. It's the 28th of August, so just on the day of the conference call confirming how Abercrombie have been doing. So I just wanted to show you how to make money from the cliff jumper strategy, but being aware of really what's happening in the overall market. So I will just leave this for a few minutes longer so you can see what's going to happen. It looks as though it's going to try and fight back for a little while. There's a few buyers possibly looking whether to get in here, but I can't really see from the figures that have come out today on Abercrombie&Fitch look pretty dire, and they've got a lot of work to do to really start to get things back on track. From what they were saying earlier, 60 shops are going to have to be closed. They've still got problems with the logos. That has been an issue with them for a while now, and that's certainly not going to go away overnight. So I'm not very concerned at all about this coming back up again. So we're going to stay short for on Abercrombie&Fitch. So I hope you enjoyed this. At the moment we are 240 ish just on this position here. So this is just on 19 pounds per point, so up 236 points there. So that's not too bad. It's about 4,000 I think there, and we've got some other positions as well on this. So let's just hope that that we see this falling a little bit further. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. Closing off now. This will remain live for me, and I just hope you enjoyed the video, and you can see how the cliff jumper strategy can do very nicely indeed for you. Okay, look forward to speaking to you again soon. All the best. Hi, it's Adam again. I just thought I'd check in and see what's happening to our Abercrombie&Fitch trade. Which I said before in the first video is the cliff jumper strategy. So the time now is 3:47, and what we're looking at is what the price is doing at the moment. This is on the daily chart, so let's have a look on the 5-minute chart. So we can see where the market's fallen pre-open, and you can see there's been a little bit of resistance there, but not too concerned about that. We're still nicely up at the moment, and let's have a look at the daily again. So just to remind you, our target point, our first target point is around about here, so about $37, and then the next target point is here, which was the last support for Abercrombie, which is around 35. But as I always say, these are indicators where last support was. You can see up here resistance was around about 43 before the earnings for Q2 came out a bit earlier. But for me, what I'm looking at is the price to fall towards Christmas to the last major support here, which is around about $31. Now, if that does continue to fall, we do very handsomely out of this trade. Bearing in mind today we're already nicely up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to flick to another screen where you can see the profit and loss moving on Abercrombie&Fitch. You can actually see the real numbers. Actually, before we just look at that next screen, what I want to show you is, if any of you remember this is August of last year, so the same time. And if you remember, I wrote a blog about this when we used the cliff jumper strategy there. I sold about here. I'll refer you to the blog that I wrote about this. But I sold about here, which is around about the $48 mark, and look what happened next. That's what we call a real cliff jumper. This is August of last year, and I made over. That's dropped by about $10, so I made over 1,000 points on that, which is pretty good. It's a good work for a couple of days work, or should I say, probably about 10 minutes work over a couple of days for that to fall. But again, that was before the earnings figures came out the following day. I got in quickly onto the trade and did very nicely indeed out of that. And you can see what happened afterwards. It continued to fall right up until Christmas. I had a really blue Christmas last year. So hitting that support there of around $31. So again, you can still see the number moving around. This is live as I'm talking to you. You can see at the bottom there, time now is 15:52, if you can see that. And yeah, so that's I like Abercrombie&Fitch. They do me very well, as you can see from last year. But that was a real cliff jumper compared to here. That was just a baby one. That's just a mini jumper. But let's just see. At the moment it's only 3:52, so we still got quite a bit of trading to go today. Some bad news has come out, so generally the markets have been falling anyway. DAX in the early hours was plummeting as a result of the Ukraine news. There we go. Look how quickly that moves just on the 5-minute bar. But if you look at the 15-minute, you can see that the market makers were just testing there. So you can see how high that bar was from the high and the close there, which was high was $42.93, the low 41.30. So for those of you just like watching what happens on charts, nothing to get too overly excited about, where it just shoots up like that. It's just really testing to see whether there's anybody wanting to buy. It's not actually, doesn't mean that there are physically buyers coming into the market. It's just a testing. So as you can see, this is on the 15-minute bar. I'm quite happy to stay in this trade, and again, as I'm talking to you, that's now 307 ahead, which is $3 that it's in my favor, that it's falling by today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just show you what the numbers actually look like. So how much is being made in pounds and penny. That's what you really want to see. So that's exactly what I'm going to show.